Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and my first video. I'm very excited about this video. Um, First of all, I just want to show you the nail set that we're recreating today for my customer. It's very Christmas set. I will put on the screen the artist because I can't remember right now. Um, yeah, very Christmas, so excited. These were the tips I used, the short square. And right now I'm just cutting them down to length. This customer wanted it to be exactly like the photo, same length, same shape, same everything. So here I am just cutting down. This is like an in-between, like a short, medium, probably a little bit more on the short side. Um, so yeah, and here I am just doing the chemical etching. I prefer to chemically etch than buff, just because of all the dust and yeah, I find it does the exact same thing and saves me so much time. The one I use is from Planet Nails. I'll list it down below so you can check it out. Here I am just checking the sizes because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to having the same length before I do the design, just so I know the length I'm working with and none are longer than the other. I do finish file at the end, so they always be the same length, but I try to get it right the first. So let's get started. I'm using a colour called Sheer Tan by Pink Swan. It's an Australian brand. It's so nice, creamy, opaque, oh, just buttery. It's beautiful. Um, I laying down 2 coats of the Sheer Tan down. It's one of those colours that kind of will change to your skin tone. So I'm a bit more fairer, so it comes off quite pink. I think on a medium or a dark, it would look a lot more nude. So I'm going to start off with that. This design's a lot of like nail bed color, so I've got a lot more sheer. So that's why I'm doing all the nails. I think I ended up doing 2 coats. I can't really remember. And I'll be using mainly 2 colors, Valentine and Rudolf for the red, um, and of course my Hello Cute liner brush from NAILSBYDEV. I do layer Valentine with the Rudolf because the Rudolf is like a glittery red, and it's so nice. It reflects in the light. And here I'm about to do the French tip. With my friendship tip, I kind of like to place where I want the smile line to start and then kind of flick down and then change sides and do the same. On this day, I had the worst shaky hand. I could not get my French tip right. Normally I can smash them out so quickly, but nope, not today. Not this day. I had the worst shakes. I couldn't even hold the brush straight. It was a bit of a mess. It took me forever. Um, this hand took me an hour and a half. I don't know why it took me so long. And of course, I'm just faffing around with this smile line. And then I'm like, oh, it's right. I still do mess with it a little bit more though. So there's a couple French tips in here. I think there's 2 in the design. Um, but, and this customer has very small, not very small, but smaller nail beds. And she does prefer a shorter length, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard to get all the details on there, but we make do with what we've got. I just want to apologize. I'm quite getting sick, I think, which is very annoying. So if I'm really sniffly, I do apologize. I'll try and contain myself. Um, Here's the other French tip that I'm doing. So because my hand was so shaky, I decided to do it a different way. Well, this way I just do the same line where I want the smile line to start, and then bring, like, kind of do like a separated I don't really know what you want to call it, and then kind of join it down, but I couldn't get it to work. I just couldn't sort myself out. I don't know why it's causing me so much trouble. Very frustrating. But I think we got it in the end. I ended up cutting a lot of it out because I'm like, nobody wants to see me mess with a wonky smile line. And here I am, I'm full messing with it. Oh wait, there's another one. I didn't realize there's 3 French tips in one hand. So you would think by this third one I would kind of have gotten it, but no, still piss farting around. I think the pinky I had the worst trouble with, especially the right side. I don't know what it was. I just kept making one side really thick and kind of come in so much, and then the other side not so much. Yeah, but I did do this really late at night and after I had a full day at work, so we got there in the end. Yeah, see, I just kept making it really, really thick on the side, and very uneven. Like I'm doing it there now as I watch back. Um, so, you know, it is what it is. Just wasn't my day. Now let's do this candy cane design. I was trying to kind of mentally work out how thick the white and how thick the red should be. And I think at this point I've redone the nail. This would be the 3rd or 4th time. And I was like, just get it on the nail and fix it with the white. So that's what I did. I space out the red first, and I just thought if I get the red out and I've made it too thick, or I need to make it thicker, I'll just outline the white first, then refill in with the red and crisp it up. You'll see what I mean after this little faff. Nope, apparently not showing anything and giving you some suspense. I was just showing you the Rudolf colour. It's really hard to see, but it was like a sparkly red with some bit of reflex in it. So I was just creating the French glitter tip. Unfortunately, it's bolted up a little bit, made that indentation, but I do fix it up on the end. You'll see when I'm doing the builder gel and top coat on it. Here I am thinking I'm only showing you once, but I'm showing you again on a different type of nail. Hopefully this time it picks up the photo. It's not going to pick up a photo, jeez. It's going to pick up the glitter. Today my lightning? My god, what's wrong with me? The lights weren't picking up anything. They weren't picking up the glitter. I don't know what happened. But here's another nail in case you forgot what the other 2 look like. Just reminding you it had to repaint a French. And now we're back to hand painting. And apparently completely forgot about the candy cane. I obviously come back to it. So this one gave me a bit of grief. Well, this whole design gave me a bit of grief. This pinky nail was so small. If you know press-on numbers, this is a 10, I want to say, possibly 11, but it was long and narrow. So to try and get this right, thin and detailed was hard work, but we got there in the end. It was the little flicks near the top that I struggled with, and making sure I had very, very light pressure for the brush. It was just this day whatever could go wrong definitely went wrong. Look how cute it turned out. I think this took me like 4 goes to get it right. But it turned out so cute. I do like the way it turned out. It just kind of brought everything together, little hand painting designs. I think I would have to say the thumb design was probably my favourite, and it was the least patterned one. I just like how it all turned out. The lines were thin, it worked really well. I seem to have got the knack of it by the time I got to the thumb, and it all just turned out so cute. Yeah, by the time I got to the thumb, it seemed to be like I've managed to take control of the brush. I know it sounds really weird, but put my hand in the right spot and kind of the pressure correctly, and it ended up being, in my opinion, the nicest nail that I did. The lines are crisp, they were thin, it just really worked. I know it's such a simple basic nail, there was something about it. Maybe how clean it was, I reckon that's what it was. Just let you watch this bit and see how I do it. And we're back with the candy cane. So when I was saying before about mentally preparing the gaps, I guess, and fixing up the white, this is what I meant. So placing the white down, seeing where it's sat, if I need to make the lines thicker or thinner, and then going back, excuse me, frame please, thank you, going back in with the red. So I'm just mapping out the white exactly where I want it, and then fill the gaps that need to be in the red next. Coming up very soon, you see when I put the white just here, when I put the white down, I realised that I made that corner piece too thin, and I needed to make the red a lot bigger, and this allowed me to do it. So the first 3 times I was trying to get it in the spot that I wanted it to be, but it just was messing with me, so I decided to redo it and kind of just lay it out and then tidy it up if I need to. What's everyone's plans for Christmas this year? Are we having a busy Christmas, quiet Christmas? I'll be having a quiet one. I don't really feel like doing much, to be honest. Taking it easy. I just put a bit of the base coat on there, and then to press some glitter in it. So all my glitters are from Glitter Heaven Australia. She makes the best glitters, honestly. And I'm just using a eyeshadow brush, to be honest. I quite like the eyeshadow brush to kind of stipple it on and lay it flat. I'm just messing trying to pick up the right ones, and just get different kind of variants and moving around and laying it flat. So you see me kind of just push things around, move it around to lay it flat. And then I found this ugly glitter, which for the life of me, I cannot remember what it's called. Sorry, I'll put it down in the description bar. That had a bit more like green, chunkier glitter. And then I laid that over another layer of base coat. And I put a big chunky snowflake, I forgot the name of it for a second, onto the nail. And I kind of bent it a little bit so it would lay kind of more flat on the nail, because I would go over it with a builder gel. And I think I realised I forgot to cure it. But we make do. And so I put a layer of the builder gel, and by turning it upside down, I'm able to kind of fill in the gap, and I'll buff it later. Here I'm doing like a tartan pattern. For some reason this green, it's like a dark emerald green, is coming up black, and it's not even close. So I'm just doing a tartan pattern. I'm getting those lines as straight as I can. When I do a lot of designs with line work, I tend to flash cure in sections just to ensure it doesn't move and smudge while I'm doing other things. So for instance, with this one, I was going vertical and then horizontal. And sometimes when you drag the brush through a vertical or horizontal line or whatever, go the opposite way, it smudges and doesn't give you a crisp line. So I wanted to make sure that that line didn't move because I was quite happy with it. And sometimes with the tartan designs, they can move around and go wonky. At least so if you wipe it, the design's still there. In Australia, we don't have Christmas, like a winter Christmas, as they're all hot in summer and gross. So I love doing a tartan design because it just makes me think that I'm in the winter Christmas, which is fun. This line on the inspo pic was so thin, insanely thin, and I tried my hardest to make sure it was just as thin. I barely even touched my brush to the nail. There was no pressure, nothing, just to make sure that line was thin as possible. Oh, we've gone back to the candy cane nail. Clearly I'm all over the place. This is what I meant by sharpening up the lines and making sure that it was a point, like where it met was all at a point. It allowed me to get kind of nice and close to the tip and then kind of fix up the spaces that I need to, like thicken the red a little bit and not so much white, which kind of worked out pretty good. Here I'm adding the emerald green stripe to the red, but for some reason it's coming up black. It is quite a dark green. I went over it twice just to make sure that it came across as green, and it did, but in this light, not so much. don't know why. Here I'm just wiping this is I think it was a ring finger. I wiped the layer off, the sticky layer, and then I buffed it to the rinse. I buffed it so much to make sure it was smooth, no glitter pointing up. You can see that I was feeling it, making sure it was even, no bumps, no lumps, and just to ensure that when I put the top coat on, it was so smooth. On this now, it's hard to see in the original picture, but there is like these two little stars on it. I kind of wish I did the star smaller, like I found the smallest glittery snowflake, not a star, just so you could see the hand-drawn stars on it. I still like how it came out, I just kind of wish I put a small snowflake, because later on I found a small one. But I love this nail, the glitter and little hand painted. It's so cute. So, so, so cute. Well, clearly at the time I didn't think it was that cute. I obviously didn't like the dot, so I redid it. I think this one I redid the little star like 2 or 3 times originally. I don't know why. It just when I put the dot down, it just went everywhere. Now this bit was the hardest bit. I don't know why, because I had to make sure that they were spread out further enough. Come on, we need you in frame. But then also that the points weren't too long, so I could get the crystal work on it. But yeah, it was a hard slog with this one. The lines had to be fine, they had to be small, precise, because when I needed to do the little, little like flicks near the top of what's it called? The stem, it just wouldn't work. It just would not work. And I think can we please be in frame? Jeez. Oh, there we go. It was just all cramped and too close together. I don't know if I kept it in, but I did definitely redo it twice, maybe even 3 times. It just looked a little bit too cluttered for me. Just looked too heavy. I think that's what I'm looking for. Too heavy? Yeah, it just didn't look right. And then I knew I had to put crystals down the bottom right hand corner in the design. So it was a little bit of a stretch. I think this was the third time and I ended up being happy with it. Oh, I can't remember. But we did get there in the end. So yes, this must have been the final time. So that was helpful. So this is a little design all together. Super cute. And now time for my beloved top coat. It was like, especially on this glitter nail, oh no, I was putting builder gel on it first. Just kind of give a bit of strength. Because I don't put base coat, I just go straight with the design and I put the builder gel on top. Just not much, I'm literally just placing it on. And I will always turn the nail upside down, there you go, just to kind of let gravity do its thing, create that nice arch, so they do end up looking like acrylics, which is nice. This is what we want. And now the top coat. This is a new top coat, so I'm just trialing it and see how I like it. I do quite like it. I think it's quite nice. You see me kind of using the top coat to kind of remove. There was like a little dent from the French tip. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Something about glitter and top coating it. Yeah, look at that. So every time I do a top coat, I turn it upside down and make sure gravity does its thing. Same with this little bit at the front. I was trying to get the little bump out, which was fine. We got it out in the end. But apparently I can't keep in frame for the top coat. This now I had a bit of trouble. It was kind of kept going to the sides even when I turned it upside down. So I just kind of scraped the excess off and then put it where it needed to. And last one. Yay! Now time for the bling bling. So this one's called Lights I Am by Swarovski. I have some really old Swarovski around that I've just used, and I mix it with an AB. I think I'm using AB SS5 and SS3, I want to say. Using my Macart rhinestone gel, I think it's called. Don't have a problem with it. It's a pretty good rhinestone gel. I quite love it. I just refreshed my memory. I use an SS5, um, AB, and then an SS3 and SS7 Lights I Am. Sad moment, I forgot to take a photo. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, thumbs it up, and leave a comment. Thank you.